I'm good, thank you.
What initially drew you to this project?
Well, they told me that when it was finished, I'd get a cup. So I wanted to do, I really wanted a trophy for my shelf, just to prove that, you know, sometimes when you go and you go make movies, that at the end of it you have something. So I now have this cup that they gave me for finishing the movie.
Well
So,
deserved.
thank you. Thank you very much. It's nice, isn't it? Yeah. You don't always get that. No, no, no. Mm.
Can you describe your character of Beth Allen?
Well, when I first saw the character of Beth Allen, I was like, oh no, you know, she's like really sort of, you know, conniving and this and that. And then, but then I sort of thought about it, and I was like, well, you know, actually she just wants to be loved, and she just goes around it in a kind of ruthless manner. And so that was what I thought about her, without trying to be judgmental, because you know you can't judge your character. And so you know, I have a friend who's Sarah, but then I kind of double cross her a little bit by going after her boyfriend. But that's only because they break up. So you know, it's fair game, right?
Sure. What was your favorite or most exciting scene to you that you have shot thus far?
I think that we shot this scene yesterday where when I started, I think the most interesting sort of scene for me, like in as much as going from one sort of emotional place to another, was yesterday morning. We shot a scene where Sarah comes into the office, and I'm on the phone, and I've been on my own, and I'm like sort of going a little nuts, and she comes in, and I think everything's fine, and she's coming to work, and then she says she's not, and she's all kind of, you know, pouty and sort of upset because she's, you know, basically just broken up with Xander, and then she says that she calls me an idiot, and so I tell her that that her boyfriend has made a pass at me, and then from there I realized that I'm just a horrible person. In a way, I just hate myself for doing that, but I lash out, and then I end up sort of upset. And so for me, that was like it's really interesting to do that, and we shot it so many different ways that you're kind of in the scene for a long time. So I really enjoyed that.
Do you feel that you were a better fit for Ryan Eggold than Tamsin would be?
Sorry?
Do you feel that you are a better fit for Ryan Eggold than Tamsin Sursat would be?
Oh no. I think that the characters Xander and I feel that Xander and Sarah are perfect for each other. Yeah. But Beth doesn't feel that. No. I mean, I think that Beth just goes after men. You know, clearly there's something in her past where she wasn't, you know, honored by her father. She wasn't recognized. He was probably off at work or something. So she has this real need to be recognized, seen by men, you know, and she interprets that as, you know, sex or being sexy, and like, you know, I want you to like me, I want you to love me.
Where do you draw inspiration not only for the character of Beth, but from other roles you've played?
Inspiration. I honestly, I think that I draw it mostly out of the script. And you know, we're really lucky here. This script is very solid and great dialogue and great story, and a nice editing way of telling the story. And then I just build on my own experiences that I've had in life, and try to marry that or whatever. And just, I mean, I don't know, because you're sort of basically saying that I know what I'm doing, but it's an assumption.
I would say we all know.
So, you know, I just like, and you find inspiration from everywhere. Like, you know, I draw a lot from the crew, like from energy from people, and, you know, especially if you have an emotional journey to do, sometimes you sort of need, you know, people around you and you need something, you get that human. It's just human energy. And then, of course, like the most important thing, well, two most important factors are your fellow actor, because you're relying on them constantly, and then your director. And you're constantly sort of being this needy child to your director, like, is that okay? Am I there? What do you want? Da, 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 da. And then, you know, Christina has been so amazing, because she's sort of gives you a guideline and then kind of lets you have free reign, that's the perfect kind of mix. You know, you just to sort of be given an idea and then let go.
Have you worked with a female director before, and how is it different maybe from working with other male directors?
I have worked with female directors, and it's so exciting. I've worked with female producers, a lot of female producers, and in TV, you know, you tend to have a few more female directors than you do in film, and that was like the best. When I actually read, you know, my thing where I was going for an audition, and I saw that the director was a female, I was like, oh, you know, because you don't see that all the time. So, yeah, it was awesome. And she's so warm and loving, and yeah, it was really nice. And then there's no, I mean, well, yeah, there is a difference. I think the difference is, if you're a female and you're being directed by a female, is that you just have that same emotional experience and sort of, you know, rap sheet of all the things that have happened to you, you know, in your dating life and different things. So there's that just experience. This must be the same as like when you're being directed by a man, for a man, you know, whereas for a woman, you know, a guy can direct you in something and you're like, oh, it's not. But that's not always the same for all men.
What do you like best about your job as an actress?
I like every aspect of my job as an actress, everything. Yes, just everything. I like storytelling, and I like that moment. They come very few and far between, but the moments when you're in a scene with somebody, and you and the other person just click, and it's like that magic thing, and everybody knows it, and you just, and I don't know what it is, whether you enter a sort of alternate universe, but there's that sort of second moment, and it's there, it's in the, you can feel it on set, and you can see it in the editing, and it's just that great, and that's what makes, you know, good scenes, good moments.
If Finola Hughes wasn't a fantastic actress, what would she be doing?
I'd be a polo player. I'd have polo ponies, and I'd be a polo player. Yeah. Yeah. I know it's random, but it's the best sport.
That was Finola Hughes playing Beth Allen, started by Braille. Thank you, Finola.
And thank you, everybody. Thank you, crew. Thank you very much. Thank you for having me here.